Yeah, I just seen the Breakfast Club. Jimmy popping all that. I be seeing Jimmy talking about we Gucci boo boo. He in the Gucci store. Talking about we Gucci boo boo. The Black King they was going you up. Jimmy, they was like, Marita Monero.
Right? He ran with the same I ran with a decade before I met him. Jim Jones, the Dipset, the kid I was just over there dancing and on verses. Jim Jones was running with Shotty, Cafano Jordan, right? Mel Matrix, Jamel Jones, Roland Martin. He was running Fu Banger, Fuquan. I forgot his last name, Fuquan something. He was running with all of the cats.
50 Cent just won't let those informant whispers about Jim Jones die down. And now, he's back stirring chaos, dragging Jimmy straight through the mud with what he calls receipts. Loud, messy, and calculated. Classic 50. If you've been tapped into the blogs and street talk, you already know Jim Jones has been dodging those heavy snitch rumors for years. It all sparked when his name got wrapped up in the Tekashi 6ix9ine trial after that wiretap dropped, where he was allegedly plotting moves against 6ix9ine. But when the feds stormed down on the 9 Trey Bloods, Jimmy somehow walked away untouched. That's what had everybody side-eyeing. How did he get caught on tape speaking real gang business but never face a single charge? Now fast forward, Cameron and Jim Jones are already locked in a messy back and forth online, tossing subs and straight shots at each other. And just when Jimmy thought the storm couldn't get uglier, the king of petty himself, 50 Cent, slid in with brand new receipts. According to 50, Jones has been a federal informant on the low for years, quietly working with the same system that took down his crew.
Said it.
But I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam. Then you gotta watch and see how he responds. And then, did you see?
He was funny. I thought it was funny when he said, but I didn't think it'd be a big deal because you make up with every nigga that put hands on you. But I see the pattern now. If you agree to disagree with you and don't want to take it that route because they got some genuine love for you, you keep going on.
But here's the real kicker. Where's the actual proof? Is Jimmy really tangled up with the feds? Or is this just 50 pressing buttons for clout and revenge? And more importantly, how did Jim clap back at 50 for blasting him so loud in public? The Dipset tension is boiling over, and this time it feels way too personal. If you know Dipset history, then you already know Cameron and Jim Jones been on a wild roller coaster. Brothers one day, sworn rivals the next, and now their messy past is exploding back to the surface. All while 50 Cent keeps tossing fuel with his reckless energy. So what really sparked this latest drama? Cameron recently had 50 Cent sitting on his podcast, and during their convo, Cam brought up something that's been eating at him since way back in 2007. He reminded 50 that during Dipset's ugly war with G-Unit, Jim Jones randomly showed up at one of 50's concerts, and 50 had plenty to say about that bold move. But Jimmy wasn't about to sit quiet. He slid onto Justin LaBoy's Respectfully podcast to tell his side. He stood firm, saying he had no regrets about rocking that stage with 50 back then because he wasn't about to let rap politics block his money. But Jimmy didn't stop there. He snapped on both Cam and 50, blasting them for even bringing up his name.
Jimmy was not a rapper then.
Right.
He was your man, like on the side, just he was not a rapper at all.
Right.
So when Ballin' took place, and I'm looking and I'm going, oh, he having a moment. That's the Lloyd Banks. It's Lloyd Banks thing. He wanted that. He was watching them be that, like Mace be that, and Cam be that, and looked at, and it was finally he had one.
Mm-hmm.
And I just looked, and I knew.
He went as far as saying both of them owe him serious favors. Then he doubled down, taking full credit for building Dipset's whole image, claiming he inspired Cam's legendary drip and even made him wear that unforgettable pink fur coat everybody still talks about. Of course, Cam wasn't going to let that slide. He clapped back heavy on his and Mace's podcast, and let's just say he went all the way in on Jimmy. Cam didn't just clap back, he went for the jugular, questioning Jim's entire Dipset origin story, He straight up called Jimmy a liar about being from Harlem, saying he was never a true day one, riding with him in the trenches, like Jones keeps bragging. According to Cam, that whole "we grew up together" narrative is pure cap. Cam also shut down Jimmy's version of history where he claimed he watched May's son Cam after getting signed to Diddy's Bad Boy. Cam wasn't having it. He said Jim only popped up much later, long after Cam had already put in work in the 90s running with Maze, Big L, and his cousin Bloodshed in their legendary Harlem crew, Children of the Corn. Then Cam really clowned Jimmy for admitting that Mace was the one who actually taught him how to rap, making it look like Jones was nothing but the little homie trying to sneak into the circle. And for someone like Jim, who wears his street credibility like armor, that had to cut deep. But Jimmy wasn't going to stay quiet. After Cam aired him out, he didn't even waste time with words. He teased a remix of his Harlem anthem, still repping his block heavy, and he brought back up Jules Santana, Vado, Dave East, plus 2 certified legends, including Gucci. Jimmy didn't spell it out, but everybody knew what it was, a slick response aimed straight at Cam. The streets picked up on the message instantly, and just like that, the feud hit a whole new level. Just when it looked like the fire might finally die down, 50 Cent popped right back up to stir chaos again.
Just took the shot, Murder, to see, because I wasn't sure he was going to go for it. Mm-hmm. But I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam. Then you got to watch and see how he responds. And then when you see, he like, oh, like that. Hey, give me this. Get to Jimmy. Yeah, tell him we want him. We want you at the show, Jimmy.
And this time, he wasn't even talking music. He dragged those ugly informant rumors about Jim Jones straight back into the spotlight. 50 hit Instagram with a photo of Jimmy posted up next to Jay-Z, Diddy, and Fat Joe, then lit the internet up with his caption, LOL, Individual 1, calling the shots out here. I know you working, so don't say nothing to me, Individual 1. The shade was loud, and fans instantly knew what 50 was hinting at. This was a direct callback to those long-standing whispers that Jimmy played federal informant during Tekashi 6ix9ine's explosive trial. Back when 6ix9ine was on the stand, snitching on his 9 Trey Bloods affiliates, a wiretapped phone call leaked where Jim was allegedly caught saying, 6ix9ine ain't a gang member no more. He needs to get violated.
Benefit me because they seem like you don't want to see nobody else win.
Right.
And I need to win. I got to win in spirit. So, you heard? I didn't put all this work in for nothing. You dig? I didn't teach myself how to rap for nothing. I didn't jump all on this game to be famous for nothing. I need to capitalize and be just as famous as the most famous, most successful, rich person in this game also. I'm now in the game.
I still gotta know, like, how did that work? You performing, like...
They called me like, yo, you want to come out and perform at the show?
And of course, 50 made sure to post the actual transcript of that phone call for everyone to see. For context, back in 2018, Tekashi 6ix9ine got slammed with federal racketeering and firearms charges, alongside a whole lineup of 9 Trey gangsta members, one of the most feared blood sets in New York. That case flipped the rap world upside down, exposing street ties and dragging high-profile names into federal paperwork. And now 50's using it like ammo, doubling down on the idea that Jimmy might have been working with the feds all along. The feds had been cooking up a case on 9 Trey for years, and when 6ix9ine finally slipped, he folded quick, turning full government witness to shave time off his sentence. By September 2019, he was in that courtroom, unleashing his infamous snitching spree, naming names left and right. He testified against his old 9 Trey affiliates, Anthony Harv Ellison, Al Jeremiah, Nuke Mack, and plenty more, giving the court step-by-step details on gang operations that left multiple people facing serious heat. But here's where things went left for Jim Jones. His name got dragged into the trial through wiretap recordings. During 6ix9ine's testimony, tapes were played where Jimmy was allegedly caught chopping it up with another 9 Trey heavyweight, Jamel Mel Murda Jones. And in those conversations, Jim sounded like he was plotting what to do about 6ix9ine after he tried to break away from the gang. According to the Fed's own tape, Jimmy allegedly said, 6ix9ine needs to be violated. Many took that as a green light for a possible attack on the rainbow-haired rapper. That recording sent shockwaves through the streets and the rap game for two big reasons.
Pathetic
Okay.
for the diplomats. You heard? Dan and Cam's pink. You heard? He'll tell it.
Nah.
All right. Sooner or later, he gonna have to tell it. Where he got the pink from.
And push me under the bus and say, I ain't start this and I ain't do that. You started pink and you made the diplomats, which is just, if people choose to believe that, then look, I got a Brooklyn bridge in Brooklyn.
First, it proved Jimmy wasn't just loosely affiliated. He had direct ties to high-ranking 9 Trey members. And second, it raised the burning question. If he was caught on a federal wiretap allegedly talking about retaliation, why did Jim never face a single charge? While others got locked up, Jones walked free, and that's exactly why people can't stop whispering about whether he's really working with the feds. After the trial wrapped, fans and critics wanted answers fast. How could Jim Jones get tangled in a federal case this heavy and still walk free, while top 9 Trey members got sent away for years? That's when the speculation really caught fire, with people whispering that Jimmy might have been playing the role of a confidential informant, secretly cutting deals with the feds to dodge charges. And the loudest voice pushing that rumor, none other than Wack 100. He flat out accused Jim of being a federal snitch, claiming the only reason Jimmy never got cuffed after that wiretap was because he was already cooperating behind closed doors. Wack doubled down everywhere. Clubhouse rooms, podcasts, even interviews with 6ix9ine, boldly daring Jim Jones to prove he wasn't secretly working with the law. Now, Jimmy wasn't about to let that slide. He came back denying it all, calling Wack a straight-up liar and nothing but a clout chaser trying to drag his name. But here's the catch. While Jim shut down the Informant label, he never actually explained why he wasn't arrested after being caught on those wiretaps. And that silence kept the streets buzzing louder. To this day, there's no confirmed proof that Jim Jones is an informant. His name never showed up as a cooperating witness, and no public record shows him testifying or helping law enforcement. But the fact that he skated free while others got hit hard, that's the question that still won't go away. The fact that Jim never caught charges still leaves a lot of unanswered questions, and 50 Cent definitely struck a nerve because Jimmy wasted no time clapping back. He fired off by calling 50 a liar, even posting a slick shot of himself laid out by the pool with the caption, "Why you keep on lying, LOL." He brushed the whole thing off, adding, "I'm going back to sleep. Free male Matrix 2, it's reversed." But here's the problem. No matter how much Jim denies those informant rumors, a lot of fans just aren't buying it. Every time the topic comes back around, the same question gets louder. How did Jimmy walk free when almost every other 9 Trey member got snatched up? And with 50 constantly trolling and dragging the conversation back to the surface, the fire refuses to die down. Fans are even dropping their own theories online. One wrote, Jim Jones, a high-ranking gang member, telling his cousin, another high-ranking gang member, basically ordering a hit on someone, and the one he told it to got arrested while he didn't. Nah, bro, something stinks in Denmark. Another added, 6ix9ine told the world there were plenty of other snitches, but nobody wanted to listen. Jimmy might laugh it off poolside, but the streets aren't laughing. The questions keep circling, and the side eyes aren't slowing down. Because no matter how many times he denies it, people want to know why he's the only one who skated free. How did Jimmy walk free when everybody else got locked up? With 50 Cent trolling non-stop and keeping these rumors alive, it's clear this drama isn't fading anytime soon. Fans keep pressing the same point. One said, Jim Jones, a high-ranking gang member, telling his cousin, another high-ranking gang member, to basically order a hit on someone. The one he told got arrested, but he didn't. Nah, bro, something stinks in Denmark. Another added, 6ix9ine told the world there were plenty of other snitches, but nobody wanted to listen. Now the streets are buzzing louder than ever, and the questions just won't stop circling. Is Jim Jones really hiding something, or is this just another case of 50 pushing buttons for chaos? And what about Dipset? Do you think Cam'ron and Jim can ever fix their broken brotherhood, or is Dipset done for good? And how do you feel about 50 Cent dragging those informant rumors right back into the spotlight? Make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a comment with your thoughts, share this with a friend, and smash that like button so you don't miss the next wild breakdown.